page. This is all about the Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, the detention center. Cartier's good. The Cartier cam is not up because a cat took over her bed and she's afraid of the cats. So we don't have a Cartier cam ready right now. Maybe after a break, once the cat decides that the bed is no longer comfortable and she decides to get back up in it, then maybe we'll have the Cartier cam after one of the breaks. But for right now, Cartier is down here on the ground whining about how she doesn't have her own bed right now. That's where we're at with that one. But anyway, a creator brief is being circulated to influencers telling them exactly what to say about Delaney Hall. Rule number 1, don't call it a detention center. Call it a concentration camp. Rule 2, don't call them detainees. Call them captives. Rule 3, don't say people were arrested. Say they were kidnapped or abducted. Pre-written content hooks included, "Wake the fuck up, America. We're officially Nazi Germany." All right. These were a quote unquote. Wake the fuck up, America. We're officially Nazi Germany. The brief provides 4 tiers of content creation, from like and share all the way to record a direct to camera video, 8 accounts to follow for updates, dozens of pre-selected video clips sorted by platform, and a word for word core message for every creator is supposed to repeat. It's the hierarchy. Absolutely. Hierarchy of cats, brother. It even tells creator to follow the quote-unquote guidance on Delaney from Detention Watch Network. That's the same Detention Watch Network with $7.2 million in assets and Ford Foundation funding. Weird. What does that say to you? The same organization that employs the main protest organizer, Jenny Garcia. You remember Jenny from the Black... Jenny Garcia. Foundation money funds the organizer. The organizer runs the protest. Then the content playbook gets distributed, telling influencers which words to use and which clips to share. This is not a grassroots movement, folks. This is AstroTurf. This is 100% corporate backed. This is 100% design. This is absolutely by design. And we have so much video to get to. I don't even know where to begin. Let's start at the beginning. All right. We're going to start with a lot of Cam Higbee today because he had a lot of eventful stuff happen to him yesterday. Sean says, to be fair, they are going after the Jews at a detention center for illegal immigrants. All right, you're going to have to explain that one. In fact, I will open up the phone lines if you'd like to do it, 202-503-2271. If you want to be part of the program, especially if you want to explain how they're going after the Jews at an illegal immigrant detention center when we're talking about an Antifa type thing. But anyway, let's start at the beginning, because the beginning is always the best place to start.
He wasn't here. They wasn't here. I would smack the shit out of you for talking to me and smirking in my face like that. Because I'm not a fucking kid to play with. I'm talking to you. I'm being sincere.
Remember, yesterday I was talking about how the violence was always from the left. Here we go.
And you're standing here lying to me. I would have been smacked the shit out of you. But he's here to protect you. That's why you come with security. And if I start whooping your ass, they're gonna come help you. I'm talking to you.
Why violence? Why do we resort to violence?
You're a fucking piece of shit. And
you won't even engage with me.
You're lying. You're a liar. And you're all liars are snakes. You're a fucking snake. You're standing here lying for the police, for the pigs. You're lying.
You're the one who wanted to talk to me. You wanted to talk to me.
Because I wanted to find out who you was. And you was too scared to say you was a racist piece of shit. You were scared.
I'm not racist.
You said, I don't know nothing. I'm just depressed. I knew you was lying. Because I could tell you were lying. But he's a fucking coward. Y'all want to listen to people like this? Listen to him. But if he wasn't here, I'd take your ass down and whoop your ass. That's what I would do.
Resort to violence.
No, it is. Yo, this is violence. This is violence. A concentration camp is violence.
What is a concentration camp?
Oh, did you hear that word? That word, concentration camp. Where did we just hear that from? The playbook, right?
It's violence. Me whooping your ass is what you deserve for being a piece of shit. because you are a piece of shit.
Okay.
People are here trying to struggle to free these people, and you're here to try to make money off it and try to cast these people here as what? As savages, as violent. There's
Good.
nobody here violent. They're holding up signs saying
Don't
stop.
just wait till 7 o'clock.
And you're here lying. It says something about you. You just fucking said you don't think Trump a rapist. You
No,
don't.
I didn't. I asked you to prove it. That's what I asked.
How the fuck I'm gonna prove it?
What's the evidence? Well, you're saying he's a rapist. What's the evidence?
All the women that said he raped them.
Okay, you raped me. You raped me. There's evidence against you.
He's a cool.
I already know. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't allow it. Don't do it. No. Everybody bring it down. Everybody bring it down. I got him.
In some places, we'd call that assault.
I mean, no. I got
Ignore this cracker. Ignore this whole.
Okay, everybody hear what he said? She said, ignore this cracker. Huh. Ignore it. Remind me what cracker. Isn't that a racial slur? I believe that's a racial slur, isn't it? I do believe that's a racial slur.
All right, so listen, check that. Look. No, 1 second. Look at me, mom. Yo, he got his footage on, right? I'm using his own shit to try to show what kind of person.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm using his camera. Don't say nothing to him. Leave him alone. That's what he wants from me. That's like he want to go back and show everybody like, yo, these people are savages. Everybody's holding signs saying free people from a concentration camp, and you're here. You're here to try to antagonize.
Wow. Call me a saltine. I love it. Excuse me. I don't have the thin skin that some people do. I really don't. You can call me a cracker. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me a saltine. I like that one. I'm going to call me a saltine. Actually, if I get to be my own cracker, I'd like to be a Ritz cracker. It just sounds, trendy, high up, something important. I want to be a Ritz cracker, salty, yet, how do I put it? Divine, but that's the thing. They are racists. They are racist. When you gotta go devolve down to racist trope, that absolutely is a racist thing to say. So, but listen to it. That entire diatribe. Now, mind you, this was taken early in the day. All right. This was taken early in the day, and this guy's already threatening violence. The most racist race there is black. I don't know. There's a toss-up between a whole bunch of them. It all depends on where you're at and who you're talking to. So it all really depends. 202-503-2271 if you want to be part of the program. It all depends. Like my first wife was Korean. We had a half Korean son, and the Koreans around us were not very happy. And you want to talk about racist? Have a half breed, half Korean kid around a bunch of Koreans, and see what happens. Sadly, most blacks are racist. That's true. I mean, but Tyrus can say that he's also black. He can call out his own race, which is good. I mean, but then again, it could also be localized to this country. I'm saying in general, like, I don't know, but I've not taken a poll. I haven't seen a study done, or I haven't seen like that. But, if you guys say that that's true, I'm going to just have to take your word for it. That's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss leftist violence, especially, you want to call it racist at the same time. That's cool too, because that's exactly what took place a little bit later on. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about this lady who seems to think that she gets to tell everybody where to go on the public street. Oh crap! You know what? That entire video, I forgot to put it up on the screen.
If anyone here
I apologize.
Where you are allowed to be.
No, this is a public place and I can move around.
Just talk to the cops and they asked you to stay here.
No, actually they didn't. So if you want to go up there, let's go. Yeah, no, he didn't. You're
Here goes shows. Let's go talk to the tell on to this to the teacher. Notice that she's got a little
free to go wherever he wants. He's trying to stay over
little
here.
radio set on like she's important.
We can separate both the sides.
Can I ask
That's
him
great.
to get the NSA?
But hold on. But you can't tell him that's the only place he's allowed to go.
Yes.
Right? He's allowed to roam freely, just like you guys are allowed to roam freely. What we're trying to do is get both people to try to voluntarily stay
Yes,
on
and
both their
also I was
sides.
trying to communicate. Please stay over
So,
here
and
and we
that's
will
what-
stay over there.
We had our conversation earlier, and that's the same instruction that I said to him. If he goes over there, you guys are going to lift your blankets and stuff to try to conceal yourself. Totally fine. But we talked about earlier is try not to make that happen.
Thank you. If anyone here has a problem, we'll let
There we go. Now you got to see it. Trans community is almost the worst there. Absolutely. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put up let's see, MCP 1343's comment here. He says, by the way, great back muscles. Black on white crime is unfortunately not labeled a hate crime, so you can't statistically really know, but it's true. I concede that point. You're absolutely correct. So I'm going to put that in there. I wanted to make sure that was acknowledged. So, blah blah blah. Where are we at? So I got a couple of these out of order. I want to make sure I get them back in order. So the First Amendment zones that the governor so happily set up didn't last too long. In fact, yep, that's the right one. Here we go. Share this tab. Let me get this over to here. The rioters actually started using them as barricades on their own and started blocking in traffic.
Look at me! Come on!
Watch what has to happen in order for this to get taken out.
Daddy? Any daddy to come help you?
guys over here! Yo, we need help. We need help. Some people over here! Yo, I need
Now, mind you, all of these videos are taken from last night outside of Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey. Now here comes the ICE guys, or the state police. And when they start fucking with people, out comes the pepper ball. Sergeant Pepper comes to play. And then the tantrum starts. We're not actually scared of you. Ah! There's always some beta male always screaming that in the background after something like this happens. It is amazing. I absolutely love the breakdown. Absolutely love it. They just sit there and just pant and whine and scream because you broke through our little barricade. How dare you, sir? How dare you? And then the fun part is then they could decide that they're going to come back and they're going to rebuild the barricade. They're going to rebuild it. Let's get this back going. And block in emergency medical services.
This is why we don't block roadways! This is why we don't block roadways!
They actually let them through, though.
This is why we don't block roadways. This is why we don't block roadways.
I mean, but they built it up nice and high so they can do it. There's always a beta at home in a gamer chair, pathetic loser. You know, there is. I'm sure you are. So 202-503-2271. You want to call in and break any of my arguments? Come on in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Absolutely, baby. Now, to show how well funded this is, Nick Sorter actually went through with a hidden camera. They went through with their main tent, the Antifa tent, with a main or with a hidden camera to show exactly what's going on and how well funded this stuff is. Oops.
That's what I'm saying. If it's new, I know there's a thing to talk about. If someone else is coming to me, I know it's not actually.
You got bunker gear. There's riot gear.
Do you know if there's hand sanitizer anywhere? Like, or wipes or something? I'm sorry, what?
Medical tent.
Medical tent? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Go to the medical tent. See if we get... Oh, lasagna! Look at that!
They're getting in food deliveries every hour.
I'm eating.
202-503-2271. You want to call in, be part of the program, especially if you disagree with me. I love it.
Oh, you got it. Thank you. Just need hand sanitizer. Okay.
On that table over next to
Sounds good. Thank you.
It was so serious.
Now, I thought I pulled up.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna tape out the map here.
I'll have to find it on a break. Now he's headed over to the medical tent.
You couldn't leave all this.
That dude that went past right there, he's an environmentalist guy. He's already been identified. Lots of Trans-Tifa international snowflakes in this chat. Absolutely. 202-503-2271. I will be courteous and cordial. In fact, I will put 3 minutes on the clock, give you 3 minutes uninterrupted to tell me how all of my arguments are broken. Tell me how this lawlessness in front of Delaney Hall in New York, New Jersey is called for and warranted. I will give you 3 minutes on the clock. He's scared of the people. Don't be three not worth 1 minute. Oh, I'll give him 3 minutes because, you know, most people can't, or most of them can't form a coherent thought. So, you know, I'll give them 3 minutes to get their ramblings and, you know, Donald J. Trump, blah, 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 you know, got to get their little, you know, jerk off motions out of the way first. There you go. Dump truck, call in. The guy here is the type that blushes as soon as you slap him. I like that. Maybe he likes it. Who knows? You know, you never know. Oh, you're talking about me. Oh, maybe I like it. Maybe I can take a punch. Maybe my 22 years in the military gave me a thick skin and I don't give two fucks about you. Maybe I just don't give a shit. Maybe I already know that you're already fucking trash. Maybe I already know that since you brought up your repertoire with me, I had already won the argument before you even fucking made it. Maybe I know you don't have the balls to call 202-503-2271. Maybe I've already won. Bye. So, getting back to the show, Let's see, which one was it? Oh, yes. This is when Cam Higby got attacked. Finally. People figured out that he was there. I'm going to show this one, and then we'll take a little breaky poo. Why do I hate Jews? I don't hate Jews. That's a funny thing to say.
Give me my fucking shit. I will light all of you fuckers up. Come on, dude.
They just ripped out all of his camera equipment, his phone.
All my shit.
That's his private security who's licensed to carry that.
Throw it at me, bro. Baldy, yo, bald guy, look at me. They do, I don't know. Hey, guys, enough. Yo, we gotta go. Don't hit it. Hey.
Now they're throwing the frozen water bottles. This is where security is trying to get him inside Delaney Hall for his own protection.
Help us now! Help us now! Use your gun and kill yourself! Use your gun and kill
Ice, ice, help us out. Use your gun and kill yourself. That's what they were chanting at the end. Spirit 859, please call in at 202-503-2271. I'll be cordial. I would like to know why you think I hate Jews and why you think I'm promoting hate. I would like to know what hate I'm promoting, first and foremost, and then why you think that's happening here. I am literally making money promoting hate. I'd really like to know what hate I'm promoting. I'm showing what happened last night at Delaney Hall. I'm merely showing facts. I am reporting what the mass media does not report because the mainstream media doesn't put this stuff up. There might be a blip somewhere. But for the most part, if you actually listen to, say, the governor of New Jersey, these are peaceful protests. In fact, I do believe I have, let me see here. Whoops, I did not mean to stop sharing that. Let's see. I do believe I have, this is Cam Higby. This is how his 911 call went yesterday. It was insane. Dispatch, 911, what's your emergency? Me. I need an officer to take a report. I was attacked and robbed of at least $1,500 worth of property at Delaney Hall. Sir. Dispatch, sir, who robbed you? Me. The mass chaos agents that are apparently allowed to run our streets while officers are nowhere to be seen. Because that's true. There are no officers on those streets. Did you see any in those videos? I didn't. Me. Are you stupid? No, I'm not saying ICE. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Dispatch, sir, are you saying ICE robbed you? Me. Are you stupid? No, I'm not saying ICE robbed me. I'm talking about the protesters who attack people every single night outside of Delaney Hall. Dispatch, sir, they are simply peacefully protesting. Me. Did you miss the part where they robbed and attacked me? You can keep your brain dead opinions to yourself. You're a 911 dispatcher and I was robbed. I need an officer, not your stupid input. And he's going to be filing a FOIA request through for the 911 call so he can post it on X. So I'm hoping to hear that soon. So why are leftists promoting hate? You know, why are leftists doing this? Why are they getting so damn violent? Why are they doing this? Let's try this for size. Let me get my, I forgot to do that. I believe it was not that one. It is this one. Let's see who's promoting hate real quick. Oops. There we go.
Every cop, every fan, every cop, every fan. Shoot yourself in the head. Shoot yourself in the head.
Every cop, every fed, shoot yourself in the head. That's what they just said. Now let's get their next line.
Ice, ice, help us out. Ice, ice, help us out. Take your gun and kill yourself. Take your gun and kill yourself.
Ice, ice, help us out. Take your gun and kill yourself. So every cop and every fed, shoot yourself in the head. Ice, ice, help us out. Take your gun and kill yourself. All right, let's go.
Ice, help us out. Ice, ice, help us out. Take your gun and kill yourself. Take your gun
And he just repeats the second one over.
The prisoners free them all.
Who's promoting hate? I'm just reporting what was factual here. That's the left out there. I don't know, but that one's kind of cute out there in the front. I think I can fix her. Just fooling. Who's promoting hate? This is the left. This is the violent left out here. Half the signs out there are in freaking Spanish. Actually, all the signs out there are in Spanish. But my point of the matter is they're the ones out there chanting for people to kill themselves. Shoot themselves in the head. But you know what? The right's the one that's violent and dangerous. Another question. Why are so many conservatives turning to Jew hate? I mean, the left still has the corner on the market, but come on, people. You know, that is a great question. I really wish I knew the answer to that one. That is a good question. I think that's, I don't think that's a good question. Or I think that is a good question. I don't have an answer for it. I don't hate Jews, but I don't think there's anything wrong with liking Jews. I have several Jewish friends. I don't have a problem with Jews. I do agree with the last one there. And for that, I am going to take a slight break. Everybody, make sure you have a nice beer. Oops, I forgot my camera is now over here. Make sure you get a beer. Bink. Cheers. It is Saturday night. It is 7:33 Eastern Time on the right coast on May 30th in the year of our Lord 2026. And I will be right back. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video, please.
Welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense, where we cut through the noise of news and politics with a sharp edge. Tune in every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a refreshing dose of reality. We fearlessly tackle the tough topics with no nonsense, just pure common sense. Visit shrmedia.com to discover where you can catch the Reaver in action. He is here to amplify your inner logic. He may not always be polite. He may not always be refined. But one thing is for sure, he always tells it like it is. The Reaver of Common Sense.
Attention, all patriotic women of faith. Yep, I'm talking to you, sis. Are you looking for high-quality, super soft apparel that reflects your love for country and your devotion to God? Look no further than Carry Girl Gear. Picture this, you rocking a tee so soft it's like being hugged by a cloud, all while showing off your love for God and country. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, welcome to reality, babes, because that's what we're all about here at Carry Girl Gear. We specialize in super soft tees, tanks, and more, designed specifically for the strong, patriotic woman who proudly wants to carry their message of faith and freedom. When you shop with us, you're not just getting a t-shirt. You're joining a community of like-minded women who are proud to wear their beliefs straight on their tees. So whether you're sipping sweet tea on the porch or leading the charge for faith and freedom, do it in a Carry Girl tee. Because life's too short for stiff, boring tees. CarryGirl.com, where faith and freedom meets fashion.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Welcome back to Beer and Bullstein. Whoops, I'm getting my slider out of there. Just wanted to get that message out. Aha! Welcome back to Beer and Bullstein, where the phone lines are always open at 202-503-2271 if you want to be part of the program. This is on the SHR Media Network and simulcast thanks to Don't Tax the Rick, Rowdy Rick Robinson over at KLRNradio.com, as he likes to say. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit that little notification bell. Head on over to all my my socials like that, at Lyle_Armstrong. Make sure you follow me over there. Get all the most up-to-date and pertinent news. I need to turn that on so we can actually get people on the air. There we go. Phone lines are open, especially if you disagree with me. But that doesn't mean if you don't disagree with me, you can't call. You can call too if you disagree, if you do like it. Not you, BZ. Don't call in. I don't need you ordering pizza again. Keep putting my beer down in the wrong spot. New place for the camera. I got to get used to it. And I got a new light coming in tomorrow, so I should look a little less shadowy figure, a little less Darth Vader-y. All right. What have I not gotten to on this? Oh, yes. Shocking footage showed riot-geared wielding far-left extremists rioting in the streets beside a huge moving truck. They were trying to stop. One militant almost fell under the truck, under the truck's moving wheel. It's actually kind of fun to watch. Let's get that up here on stream. Whoops. I want that, please. Thank you. And this is after ERO came out and they weren't playing.
With my own eyes, I just saw ICE push a protester.
Well, and MCP, you're absolutely correct. MCP does nail it. They won't call in. It's not violent to call. And you know why that is there, MCP? Because from the left, violence is speech. From the right, speech is violence. So what I'm doing right now is I am committing violence on everybody by speaking. By speaking. Hell, someone needs to stop all my violence and shut me up. Don't they? Don't they really? Think of the children. Shut me up because my violent speech, which I don't think I've been violent. I don't even think I've even said anything violent at all during this show, which is really unlike me. I think I would have said something violent by now. But anyway, my point is they won't call in because first off, they don't have an original thought. Secondly, it's really easy to throw a wrench into their mindsets and then get them all tripped up and they fall all over themselves. And then they make a dumbass of themselves live on radio, and they don't want to do that. Thirdly, or Q, whichever you want to go with, it really boils down to is they don't have an argument to make. They really don't. They can't back up their stuff because progressive thought can't exist without hypocrisy. It really can't exist. You can't sit there and tell me all of this garbage that we've been sitting here looking at for the last 40 freaking minutes. You can't tell me that's justified in any world. Okay. What are you doing? You're going out there to get your ass kicked. That's what you're doing. You're going out there to get your ass kicked. You're not shutting down an ICE detention facility. You're not protesting it, especially when you start destroying property, especially when you start, throwing, bricks through windshields, when you start barricading people, when you start blocking EMS trucks from going down the street, especially when you stop blocking all the trucks from, freedom of movement, which, by the way, is, protected in the Constitution under the 4th Article 4, Section 4. Freedom of movement. Freedom to move amongst the states. Weird. So you're violating people's constitutional rights by blocking off traffic, especially if you're on a highway. And it comes down to is nobody likes you. This is antisocial behavior. This is the weirdest freaking thing. And the funny part about it is if you look around, the only ones that stick around after the sun goes down are the white people. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, by the way. It's the white people. They come out and they sit there and they fight and they scream and they do, all these stupid things. In the name of what? Rapists? Murderers? Do they have any idea who's in that detention facility? Those are the people who are in there. They're rapists and murderers and people that we don't want on our streets. These are people who need to be detained, need to be deported, need to get the fuck out of here. Period. End of list. This isn't, my fifis, my feelings get hurt. Go dog, don't do that. No, this is hard fact. You need to fucking go. And if they just happen to, fall out of the airplane or across the Atlantic somewhere, I don't freaking care. Call me a heartless bastard. I don't fucking care. Like I said, thick skin after 22 years in the military. Stranger shit has happened. They're in my country. Get the fuck out. Exactly, Donnie. There's a Donnell. Donnell. Welcome to the show, Donnell. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that little notification button. Make sure we can, beat this YouTube algorithm. Beat it up with a fork. All that other good stuff. What else was I going to get to tonight? I had a number of things that I was going to look up, and I think I forgot a couple of them, or I accidentally deleted a couple of them. Here we go. We'll talk about this for a minute. You're Don Nail. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Here's a good story. Straight out of the CIA. Something that you would. They're going to make a movie about this. I shit you not. They're going to make a movie about this. The FBI finds hundreds of gold bars in raid on ex-CIA agent's home. A former Central Intelligence Agency officer with top secret security clearance has been charged with theft of public money after roughly 303 gold bars were found at his home. Basically, he previously held top secret security clearance, had been arrested after hundreds of gold bars were found in his home. Last week, Thursday, David Rush was arrested on charges of criminal theft of public money. According to reports, Rush previously held a senior executive position in the CIA. and issued multiple requests, quote, to obtain a significant quantity of foreign currency and tens of millions of dollars in gold bars for work-related expenses, end quote. I'd like to know what kind of work-related expenses you pay for in gold bars. That is amazing. I really want to know. Thanks, Miles. Where was I? He did this between November 2025 and March 2026. So this is a recent thing that he did this. The FBI discovered 303 gold bars, each weighing around 1 kilogram, with a total combined worth of more than 40 million with an M dollars in Rush's house. The FBI investigation also uncovered roughly $2 million and 35 luxury Rolex watches. This is an amazing story. I wish I could make this up. No reason has been provided as to why Rush had the bars or the currency at his Virginia home, citing a lack of, quote, any record of Rush providing information to his employer regarding the disposition of the currency or gold bars that he received for work-related purposes, end quote. However, the FBI claims that Rush knowingly embezzled, stole, purloined, or knowingly converted a thing of value of the United States, end quote. The former officer is also accused of lying about his military service and fraudulently taking paid military leave. I mean, they're just throwing the stuff on top of it. Excuse me. Oh, key quote on this one is after the CIA internal investigation identified potential violations of the law, the CIA director, John Ratcliffe, referred the information to the FBI for a law enforcement investigation. This is an amazing story that they're no shit going to make a movie about this. I can't see how this doesn't become a movie at some point. But this is real life. This guy somehow walked out with 303 1 kilogram gold bars. I mean, that's a significant size bar. That's not like a 1 ounce bar. Like, you know, here we're talking here, that like big, you know, that's a heavy freaking thing. I mean, they would have to transport it for him. I mean, 303 that's 303 kilograms. We got to do this. Hey, Siri, convert 303 kilograms to pounds. I got to do this. That's 668 pounds. That's 668 pounds for us American people who will measure anything in anything other than the metric system. Of gold. 668 pounds of gold. He didn't take this out one at a time. I mean, he didn't smuggle this out in a suitcase. Someone had to deliver this shit to his house. So that, I mean, how did this even happen? That's what I would like to know. The situation compounds pre-existing concerns about waste, fraud, and abuse in the government, obviously. The former officer's top secret security clearance indicates access to highly sensitive information, raising questions about whether national security could be implicated in the case. The fact that Rush requested and received a significant quantity of foreign currency and tens of millions of dollars in gold bars with apparent ease raises questions about oversight. You don't say. I just put that beer up there again, didn't I? Sorry about that. At present, Rush is being held in custody, and his hearing has been scheduled for Friday, which would have been yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday about it, though. That is holy crap. Holy crap. I mean, what I don't even know, like, what laws he broke at that point. I mean, how many? I know theft is one of them. I get that. But like, there's embezzlement. There is, you know, defrauding the taxpayer. There is, you know, I'm sure there's, you know, all sorts of paperwork mishandling, you know, basically, what's it called? Just right there on the tip of my tongue. basically where you mislead, where you misstate what you're actually your true purpose is for. But whatever, you get my point. There's a ton of those things. The list is going to be a laundry list of things that they're going to charge him with. The live spot price for 1 ounce of gold is $4,540.53 for 1 ounce. So 1 kilogram times, okay, so 350 or 35.274 times 303 times $4,540.53. So it's close to $40 million. That's just amazing to me that he's got $40 million in gold just sitting in his house. Yeah. Hey, why not? Yeah. Doesn't everybody, right? I mean, come on. Guys, we're coming up to the end of the program. The edge of the program. I did that again. I need to find a better place for that. Oh, wait a minute. I have a beer holder. Look at that. Look at that. They didn't think of that. There is an actual beer holder right here on my chair. I don't like it, though, because it gets all wobbly and shit. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the program. 202-503-2271 if you want to be part of it. BZ, I'll even let you call in if you want to. Janet Millo is a government employee who embezzled the largest known amount in U.S. history, a civilian financial program manager for the U.S. Army. How much did she embezzle? How much did Janet Mello embezzle there, BZ? I'd like to know that. Wow. (202-503-2271) if you want to be part of that say program. If you don't, that is okay too. I need to get up something which I should media. And if somebody, one of the moderators or BZ, if you could put Big E's new broadcast times in the chat for me, that would be appreciated because it's not updated on the website and I cannot find it. 109 million over a 6-period, well, from military youth grant program. Oh my Lord, that's a whole. Well, she still has the record. Unless those 35 Rolexes are worth like, $300,000 a piece. Let's see. Shout out to Steven and A-10 pilot. He gave cover for the extraction of the down pilot in Iran. His wingman Samdi got shot down. Already a song about it. Well, there you go. Go Steven. Hell yeah. Normally we don't do all caps in here, but you know what? We're going to let that one slide. I like that. Excuse me. So we are coming up to the end of the program, and I know it's so sad, but the beer is getting low. Not that I don't have a fridge, and I can go get more, but this beer is getting low, and KLRN Radio is only going to let me have so much of their time. So it's Thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe, brother. Pop a top. It is Saturday night. I'll be drinking after this one too. Can't wait for the next one. Sometimes I'm on with BZ Berserk, Bobcat Saloon. Sometimes I'm over there. So I know you guys are getting antsy and everybody's like, oh God, Lyle, you're going to be gone and we're going to miss you. Don't worry, guys. I'll be back Friday night, 7:00 Eastern time on the West Coast or East Coast. And I'll be there I'm here Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. every week. And sometimes I guest spot on other shows. But speaking of other shows, we have The Edge of Liberty Monday and Wednesdays at 11 p.m. with Sackhead Sean, the boss. Fuck Bruce Springsteen. Sackhead Sean is the boss. That's how that shit works. He is the boss. And then we're following that on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 p.m. Eastern. We have BZ to Berserk Bobcat Saloon with the bulbous one, BZ. He's an awesome man. I'm going to tell you that right now. You need to come listen to his vocabulary. If alone, it is worth your time. And on Mondays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, you have the Reaver of Common Sense with Jersey Joe. He is sometimes a little gruff, sometimes a little mean, but he is absolutely on fire every single time. And then, of course, Mission Ready Men with Big E Earl Jackson, which I hope someone has put in. The Big E will be on 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on what days, BZ? About an hour from now. So don't go nowhere. BZ or Big E will be on in about an hour. So I guess he'll be on Saturdays and Bueller. Do we know the other days he has moved to? He used to be a noon guy. Now he's a 9 guy. Noon and 9. 9! I am noon! Let's see. Saturday nights, 4 p.m. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Well, I'm just going to have to wing that one. I'm going to say he's on Saturdays and the rest of the days at 9 p.m. because right now he's kind of holding up SHR Media. He is the face, the golden voice, and the soul and heart of SHR Media. But I do appreciate y'all staying here with me. If you want to talk, we are always here. You know, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, leave a comment in the chat, share this video with a friend. They are up there immediately after we're done with the live. Tuesdays and Thursday nights for Earl, and sometimes Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Outstanding. I like that. Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. and then Saturday nights for the weekend Mission Ready Men brief. So don't go nowhere. He'll be on here in about an hour, which will be a fun stop. I'll be in the comments section rooting him on. So I hope to see you all there. And if not, actually, well, you know what? Here, I promised it. I didn't get to show it before, but this is the big mean cat that kicked my dog off of her bed. And of course, BZ will be back Tuesday night. He's been taking a little break. I'll let him describe that on Tuesday night, what happened there. But this right here, Raphael, he doesn't even care. He's like, go ahead, go away. That's my dog's bed, and my dog is afraid of my cat. All right, so gentlemen, ladies, gentle worms, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. If you disagreed with me, if you agreed with me, moderators, thank you for moderating me, and then everybody else for that matter. I hope you had a great time. I hope you appreciated this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and all that other good stuff. Stay safe, stay frosty, stay free. Make sure you go check your 6 and have one for me. Peace out.